Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday Night Vlog with your host, Franklyn McInnis. Enjoy the show. Welcome back, people. Like usual, we're going to start off here with some Funko news, and I will go and say this up front. Forgive my voice if it's a little rough here and there. This change of season, change in weather always gets me, but we're going to work it out. We'll get on through. So let's go ahead and get into it, some Funko news. So starting off here, Five Nights at Freddy's. Funko has really been going all in with Five Nights at Freddy's. I feel like the last couple of times that I've done Funko news, there's been at least one Five Nights at Freddy's product mentioned in there. Maybe not the last time, but definitely a couple times in a row though. So they're doing some more, I'm just going to call them reaction figures. I'm not sure if that's what it actually says on the packaging. It's kind of hard to tell, but that's basically what they are. They got some more reaction figures, and I gotta admit, they look pretty creepy. Yeah, they look pretty creepy. Again, I've never actually really played the game series. I tried it one time on mobile, but that was not a great way to try to, really try it out, I'll say. But yeah, those are definitely some creepy designs. And what I really like here are the mystery minis they have on the way, because they're all glow in the dark. That is awesome. It's about time that they did something like this. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool, and I think that's definitely going to get these figures to sell pretty well. Next up here, E.T. Weird movie. I'll just say that the more I think back on that movie, the weirder it seems to me, and I'm almost trying to remember, like, what was the big appeal of it. I guess the connection that Elliot and E.T. made, but I mean, still, it's a pretty weird movie when you go back and take a look at it. But anyway, they have some reaction figures for E.T. as well. You see they have the 3-pack there with E.T. and the kids, and then they also have a E.T. with a glow-in-the-dark heart, which I think that's pretty clever as well. So yeah, Funko is still trying different things with the reaction figures. I think that's actually cool, because obviously somebody's buying them. They must be popular among some people, and it is nice to see that they are trying some different things with them to keep them interesting for people that are really into them. As far as the pets are concerned, we knew that more were going to be on the way, and so here are a couple. It does bother me a little bit that the designs, I think they could stand apart a little bit more. Now, I understand with the Labrador Retrievers, of course, I mean, it's the same dogs, just a different color, so of course they're going to look similar. But I think the Dachshund maybe looks still too similar to the Labrador Retrievers. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but when I look at the Dachshund, it doesn't really scream out Dachshund to me. I think they could have done maybe a little something else different with the design there. The French Bulldog, though, I will say, is pretty on point. And yeah, I'm assuming they'll have some more cats on the way too. I think there's only been 3 thus far. They have a lot more dogs at this point, but I'm sure they're going to keep on adding on to that. And I'm sorry for all you exotic pet lovers. There's been no mention of iguanas, no type of lizards, things like that. Just hold out hope there. Hold out hope. Moving on here, Hot Topic has some more exclusives on the way. I don't know if they've really put a name to this Jack Skellington yet, but you can see this is Jack Skellington kind of dressed up there. It really reminds me of, has kind of that New Orleans vibe going on to him, that old school New Orleans vibe. Maybe that's what they were actually going for there. So not a lot of information on this. I know Hot Topic did do a video. I don't always check out their videos, though I don't always catch them. But yeah, if you're interested, check out Hot Topic's Periscope. And maybe that video is still available for you to go back and check out. And then they also have a 3-pack of Stitch. I'll be honest, I never watched Lilo and Stitch. Not real familiar with the characters. So these other characters along with Stitch, I really don't know anything about them. I don't know if that's from the original movie or if there was some sort of follow-up or whatever. But if you're into Lilo and Stitch, yeah, they have that 3-pack. So the 3-pack of Stitch and this new Jack Skellington will be coming to Hot Topic. I'm assuming very soon, because usually when they do a Periscope, it's not long after that the figures show up in the store. Next up here we have Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta. When I first saw this name, I was like, do we really need Super Saiyan twice? I don't I don't completely understand that. It's a little weird to me. It has that long name on the box. It seems just really out there. But then again, Dragon Ball Z is really out there. So I think it's getting tough for Dragon Ball Z fans because, God, it's starting to feel like there's a new Dragon Ball Z pop figure almost every week. Maybe that's just me, but it seems like there are a lot of them out there now because I know they just had the Badman Vegeta as well. So yeah, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you better stay on your toes because they are steadily putting out new ones. Masters of the Universe. I'll be honest with y'all, He-Man didn't really grab my attention a whole lot as a kid. I think I watched it, but I always found it to be a little weird, especially with the whole Prince Adam and He-Man thing. I was like, are people not supposed to know that he's He-Man or what? Like, I never really quite figured that out. I didn't know if it was like a Clark Kent Superman type of situation or what. But I mean, some aspects of the show were definitely cool. Yeah, so anyway, they're doing the Dorbs here because I know they had the He-Man pop figures. They made those a while back, and I think those are all retired now, very difficult to find, definitely high in price. So it is nice that if you're really into He-Man, Masters of the Universe, then you can get some figures related to the series. And it's very interesting here that they have these chase variations going on. Although I think the Prince Adam chase is not the coolest option to me. I actually think the Walmart exclusive, the Imposter, is basically like an imposter or faker. I think they call it the faker He-Man, is maybe more interesting. Yeah, then they have the chase is like that merman looking character. I think his actual name is Merman. And then Skeletor, of course. You know they had to do a chase figure for Skeletor, and I think it looks pretty awesome. I won't lie, if I saw that, I'd pick it up. But then again, I pretty much have a rule when it comes to Funko that if I come across any chase figure, I'm buying it. I don't care what it is. It could be a Donald Trump chase figure and I might buy it. I mean, I might run over it with my car, but I mean, I'll buy it at least, you know. But yeah, that's just my rule. I see a chase figure, I'm picking it up. Next up here, specialty series. It's weird how early they keep putting out these postings for the specialty series, and the figures kind of take a while to come along. But we have Emma Frost on the way, which is kind of surprising that, you know, surprising again here that they would make her a specialty series pop. I thought she's a somewhat popular character, so making her a little bit tough for some people to find. I'm sure that's going to be frustrating for some fans, but hopefully they can get their hands on it. And then they just did the Cosmo Pop. As a matter of fact, I recently shared it on my channel, and they're going to have the Dorbs as well. I probably would base it off of the paint job, whether I would pick up that Dorbs. I don't know. It's very similar to the Pop, so may not need both. But again, I'd want to look at the design up close. And Emma Frost, I'm not saying that this is for sure, but I know that the Dorbs version of her, I have seen the Dorbs version, and I know that they have her like her diamond form. They had that in the Dorbs version, so I would assume that they're going to do that with the Pop as well. And if they do so, and it looks good, you know, I would definitely pick that one up. Now, comic book fans are really going to geek out over this, the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly, who is a clone of Peter Parker, Spider-Man, as far as I know from the comics. I never actually read a storyline with Scarlet Spider, but I think that's the background on the character. If I'm wrong, you know, somebody can correct me. This mold looks pretty similar to me. I think that might be an old mold that they've done just to repaint on. I'm almost sure that it is. I'd have to look at my own Black Suit Spider-Man to see if it's like that. I'm not 100% sure if it's that mold or not, though. But I don't know if this is an exclusive either. There's no sticker on the box from this picture, so hopefully this would be a wide release, because I think there are a lot of comic book fans that would really like to have this one. The Weird Science Pops. I don't think they were meant to be leaked early. I'm going to say use the term leak just because the pictures were placed online and then they were pulled offline. They were actually, I think, on Hot Topic's site because I tried to follow a link and it took me to Hot Topic's website and it gave me this message about, you know, the link being broken or something like that. So, yeah, I don't think they were meant to share the Weird Science Pops yet. But I mean, it's out there now, obviously, because some people have shared it on Instagram and other places. So the Weird Science movie, I really did like it. Actually, what I liked even more, though, was the Weird Science series. I don't know if anybody remembers that TV series or not. I thought it was really entertaining. And I want to say the actress on the series was was it Vanessa Angel, I think? I know it was the woman that was in the movie Kingpin with Woody Harrelson. Yeah, it was a really funny series, and I remember the movie pretty fondly as well. And it's definitely cool that they have the guys there with the bras on their head. Pretty funny to me. So yeah, if you're a big fan of Weird Science, 80s movies and Weird Science in particular, yeah, be on the lookout for these figures. I know a lot of people are crazy about Stranger Things, really into that series. I watched, I want to say 2 episodes, and it wasn't really pulling me in. I know people say that it gets better, so maybe I will try to get back into it. But yeah, if you're a diehard Stranger Things fan, yeah, go ahead and draw all the money you need to out of the ATM, because there's a lot on the way here. So on the left-hand side, you see those are all the commons. And then they have some chase figures here. Well, they have 2 chase figures. The Demogorgon, I'm assuming that's how you say that. The Demogorgon with the head like closed up. And I have no idea what that's all about, because I didn't get that far into the series. And then they have 11 with the Eggos, and then she has the wig on there. I'm assuming that's a wig there. Okay, then they also have a Hot Topic exclusive 11 underwater. She's in like some sort of underwater helmet and all that, in suit. And then Upside Down Will, which I have no idea what that means. Because like I said, I didn't follow the series. So if you're a fan of the series and you followed it all the way through, I'm sure you get all these references. They just kind of go over my head. But like I said, be on the lookout for these, and I'm sure people are definitely going to try to hunt down those chase figures. So I may have missed some recent Funko news, and if I missed anything, please share it down in the comments. Help us out, help all collectors out. Share it with us, because I'm pretty sure, there's always these last minute news updates and things like that, and some stories that get pulled because they didn't mean for them to be out, like with the Weird Science Pop. So like I said, if I missed anything, let me know, and also let me know, what are you looking forward to the most? Me, honestly, nothing. This time, nothing I'm super crazy about, like I have to have. But then again, when you see things in the store, that's always different. So yeah, I just think I have to see some of these up close, and then I'll make my decisions there. But yeah, I want to hear your feedback. Definitely look forward to it. Now, I have love for Funko Pops. You probably have some love for Funko Pops, especially if you're taking the time to watch this. But like I said many times, it's not all about Funko Pops, and I've been trying to really put the word out there that Metals Diecast is a company to watch. I think they're making some really great products. Now, some of their early figures, like with the Batman versus Superman, I wasn't crazy about some of them just because they wouldn't stand well. The bulky arms on the Batman and Superman figures didn't always work out so well. But I think they're improving their designs very quickly, and they're definitely getting a lot more licenses that I know people are fans of. So I'm going to stress this again. You got to give Metals Diecast a chance. They really are impressive. And most places where you can find Funko Pops, you can find Metals Diecast figures as well. So I hope that you get excited like I'm excited about these figures that they have on the way. As a matter of fact, some of these are probably in stores already. In fact, I know there's one in particular that's already in stores, and I cannot wait to get it myself. So let's go ahead and get into it here. People, like right away. Come on now, right away. You gotta tell me that this is impressive. Come on. Spider-Man figures going on here. Of course, they have the regular suited Spider-Man, Peter Parker. They got the black suit Spider-Man. I think the black suit Spider-Man looks cooler. That's just my opinion, but that's the one that I would go for. Of course, you don't have to pick or choose, but for me, I think I would just go with the black suit Spider-Man. Venom is a must. Come on, why do you think I put his picture so big in the middle? He's a must. That is an awesome looking design. And I hope he stands really well. Of course they got him standing in the picture, but I hope that once I buy the figure and it's at home, that it stands really well, because it definitely looks awesome. Spider-Gwen, just a great character design. I couldn't really get into the comic. I tried. Sorry, I just couldn't really get into it, but I definitely like her design. And then the Miles Morales Spider-Man, pretty awesome. And I really like the way he's displayed in the box. If you haven't seen that, I'm not even going to ruin it for you. Just check it out when you get the chance. But yeah, right away, awesomeness from Jada Toys, Metals Diecast. Okay, Jada Toys is the company behind Metals Diecast, in case you don't know that. keeping it moving with some more Marvel here. We got the ladies of Marvel. Lady Deadpool. I think that is very cool. And I actually do have the regular Deadpool from Metals Diecast and Jada Toys. I actually want the white suited one as well. I think that looks better than the white suited Funko Pop. So that's one that's on my wish list to get as well. But yeah, Lady Deadpool, I think looks really cool. Captain Marvel, I don't know much about the character at this point. I don't think I've read any comics where she was really featured, so I just don't know much about her, but I think it's a cool looking pop there. Now Metals Diecast figure. I'm mixing myself up because I was about to say something about her pop figure. The hooded pop figure is one that's on my wish list as well. But like I said, this Metals Diecast figure I think looks pretty cool. And the cool thing, of course, about Metals Diecast is that they are actually metal. So when you see them in the light, they really do look amazing. And I'm pretty sure that Captain Marvel with the gold trim there especially, I think that would look pretty great in the light. Elektra. I love that they have Elektra. And that's definitely something missing from Funko. In fact, more than likely, there's going to be the Netflix TV series version of Elektra before they actually get the comic version out. Actually, I don't even know if they have plans to do the comic version. But this Elektra by Metals Diecast, awesome. The design is just spot on. So I really like that. That's probably going to be one I have to pick up eventually. And then She-Hulk flexing. Yeah, that's a great She-Hulk as well. And I actually say, now I don't know about the glow-in-the-dark She-Hulk. I haven't seen that one. But as far as the common She-Hulk, I think that Metals Diecast figure definitely outdoes it, especially with the muscle definition there and everything. That's very cool. People, if you're not pumped by now, I don't know what to say to you. If you like Marvel at all, come on. Like, this is just incredible. Look at the X-Men figures. They're perfect. I mean, I wouldn't change anything about those. Magneto, Storm, Wolverine, perfect. Like I said, I think they're just spot on there. Doctor Strange looks cool. I'm not really hyped about Doctor Strange. I mean, I have to see the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet. Please don't spoil anything for me. But I do plan on checking the movie out. In fact, I might catch a matinee tomorrow. Who knows? But the big deal here, and the one that I must have out of all of these, and there are a couple here that I want. I mean, I want all the X-Men ones. But that Hulkbuster is incredible. And what's very cool is it comes with that small Iron Man that you can actually put inside of the Hulkbuster. The head actually opens up and you can see the little Iron Man sitting in there. That is too cool. And this one is actually available right now. As a matter of fact, I know there are a couple of people that have done reviews of it on YouTube. So yeah, that is amazing. I also like there in the upper right next to Deadpool, you see they have that 6-inch Colossus. Very cool. That is a very cool design, and of course it makes sense to do Colossus as a Metals Diecast figure. And then I also like the designs down there on the right hand side. You have Psylocke and Mystique. Very cool as well. I mean, they really put some thought into these designs, because I think each one of these just really exemplifies the characters very well. Now the Hulkbuster, I'm assuming that he has kind of that rigid stance, just because of, they do have the smaller figure going into the large one, so maybe they couldn't do too much with the pose there. But other than that, I think they're doing a really good job with the poses for these characters. The Walking Dead. Yeah, I was surprised that they got this license. Well, not completely surprised, but I just didn't see this coming because they've been so focused on comic book characters. But it's very cool that they are branching out there. Now, I don't know so much about the designs of these. I will be honest. I like Michonne. I definitely like Michonne. I think she's the most accurate looking one. Although Glenn looks pretty cool as well. Although they went very broad shouldered with him. That's just their design that they do. That's their design choice. It's not really accurate to the character of Glenn. But overall, I think Glenn looks pretty good too. I don't necessarily think that Daryl looks like Daryl. And I don't necessarily think that Rick looks like Rick. In fact, Rick, to me, he looks much more similar to the that actor. I think his name is Anson Mount, the guy that's on Hell on Wheels. He looks a lot more like him than Rick to me. But that's just my personal opinion. But this does get me excited though, because I'm curious now to see what other Walking Dead figures they're going to do. They got to do Negan. I mean, come on, they got to do Negan. And I'd like to see how Jada Toys, Metals Diecast would handle zombies as well. That could be pretty interesting. Now these are some pictures from a recent toy show. It may have been actually the LA Comic Con. I'm not 100% sure, but this got me pretty hyped too. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And I wish I had more pictures of more figures, because right now with Street Fighter, the only picture I was able to find is of Guile and Chun-Li, although they look pretty awesome. I mean, they're really spot on, again, like I said, with the poses and the Mortal Kombat figures. I'm amazed that Funko doesn't have anything Mortal Kombat at this point. I mean, it's like, really, you know, they're just now getting Street Fighter. So yeah, maybe that'll change with Funko, but yeah, these metal diecast figures, they look excellent to me. The coloring on the Mortal Kombat figures is, I would say, on Sub-Zero and Katana is a little funny looking. Like Katana's hair, I'm not so sure about in that the hood on Sub-Zero. But at the same time, though, these are, I think, early figures. I don't know if they're going to look exactly this way once they're actually made available for sale. So they do have time to work with that. And something else that's cool about Jada Toys and Metals Diecast anyway is that they do color variations of their figures. So if you like a lighter colored figure, they'll have it, a darker colored figure. Like, they just really mix it up, so you can find a figure that really suits your taste. That's pretty cool. For you WWE fans, they got you covered too. This is something else I didn't see coming, but you know, I'm not a big WWE fan. I watch clips here and there, but man, these are some great designs. I just gotta admit it. They are some great designs. The Brock Lesnar one is probably one I would get. I'm a big Brock Lesnar fan just because he's not only in the WWE, he's also been a mixed martial artist as well. He was a UFC champion, so that's probably why I would get Brock Lesnar. And who knows, I may get the boss Sasha Banks as well. I'm definitely a fan of Sasha Banks as well. So these other figures look pretty cool too. I think Finn Balor, I think that's his name, Finn Balor looks pretty awesome as well. John Cena looks great, even though I know some people hate John Cena, but I mean, come on, his pose there, that's so John Cena. It's on point. And yeah, I think they just did a great job with these overall. I won't break them all down, but I think they did a great job. One more I will point out though is Roddy Piper, you know, RIP. I think that's a great image of him. I like that they gave him a smile too, because that was one thing great about Roddy Piper. He was just always he always seemed like a very happy person, you know, smiling. I'm sure like everybody, he had trials and tribulations in his life, but he just had such a great energy about him. And I think anybody that's a fan would be happy to have that figure. Now they've done a full line of Suicide Squad, and there are a lot of variations. In fact, they've done a lot of Harley Quinns. I mean, they're really trying to get at my wallet, because I keep seeing other variations of Harley Quinn, and like I said, I can't get all of them. There's no way I can try to get all of them. I'll try to get a couple more, but the Joker, I like that they're doing the Joker in the straitjacket, and I'm actually hoping with the extended cut of the movie that there's more to that scene of him, you know, just more background between him and Harley Quinn. But I really like that design there with him in the straitjacket. And then this Deadshot is actually a 6-inch figure that with the mask that you can take on or off. That's something they tend to do with their 6-inch figures. They give you know, little things that you can change about their appearance, and sometimes they'll have light up effects and different things like that. So again, Jada Toys, Metals Diecast, they're doing some cool things, people. They really are. And one more figure here. This is something, you know, for fans of the old school Batman series. I'm somewhat of a fan. I don't necessarily buy figures related to it, but of course, I mean, if they have that license, of course they got to do the old school Batman, the old school Batmobile as well, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool that they are doing that. I kind of wonder how the Batman looks actually inside of the vehicle. I wish I had a picture of that. But again, it's pretty cool that they're doing this. And I know they did a Batmobile from Batman Batman versus Superman. I hate saying Batman v Superman, just Batman versus Superman. They did that Batmobile, and they did a great job with that as well. So, and that's really their bread and butter. I think that's what mainly Jada Toys does, is vehicles, but it's very cool that they've crossed over to do figures as well. So again, I can't stress it enough. Check them out. So I want to hear from you all. Do you collect these figures already? And if not, would you consider checking them out? And my personal opinion, I'm always going to keep saying this. Yes, I like Funko, but it's not all about Funko. Other companies are doing great things, and Jada Toys with Metals Diecast is just one example. And now for a segment here called Pops We Need. And I'm saying we because I'm sure some people will agree with at least some of my choices. Maybe not all of them, but at least some of them. And I've done segments like this in the past where I talked about pops I would really like to see, and thankfully some of those actually came true. For example, I want to see a Bride of Chucky version of Chucky, and that was released very recently. They do have a mini of his girlfriend, but they haven't done a full-size pop of her. I hope that comes along as well. So, holding out hope for that. The mini does give me some hope there. But anyway, so you're about to see some more pops that I would like to see created. And like I said, some of you may agree with at least some of my choices, if not maybe all of them. So starting off here with The Mask. Most people know of The Mask by the movie with Jim Carrey, which was a great movie, and the special effects actually still hold up after all this time, which is pretty cool. Of course, part of the reason they hold up though is because they're meant to look animated, so they kind of get away with that. But they also had a comic book, which, by the way, the comic book of course precedes the movie, and the comic book was pretty different. You could tell that from the images here. It was very mature, very violent, and they toned a lot of that down for the movie. Now, some of the traits of the character were still true, but they didn't really go for it. It wasn't R-rated, it was PG-13, I believe. But I would like to see really both versions as a pop figure. I'd like to see the Jim Carrey version, and I've seen some people do some impressive customs of that character as played by Jim Carrey, but I think it would be cool to have a more mature looking version based off of the comic as well. But if we just get the movie version, I'd be happy with that. Definitely, I think a character that holds a special place in a lot of people's heart, that a lot of people remember that movie very fondly. Next up here, Tony Soprano. I can't say that I was a huge fan of The Sopranos. I kind of watched it here and there, and I did watch at least one full season and then maybe like half of another. So if I ever get the chance, maybe if I ever get HBO Go, or I know there's some HBO is now available through PlayStation, but you have to sort of go through some other app that they have. Anyway, if I work that out, then maybe I will go back and actually binge watch The Sopranos from beginning to end, because I actually did really like the final episode, the final scene, which I know was very controversial, but I watched the breakdown of it. I thought it was pretty brilliant what they did with that final scene. And the main reason I would like to see a pop of Tony Soprano though is not so much for the character, but mainly to pay a tribute to James Gandolfini, who I think was a brilliant actor, kind of underrated in some ways. I mean, a lot of people had love for him as Tony Soprano, but I think some people overlooked some of the movie work that he did, because a lot of the movies he did, they were smaller movies. They weren't like big budget movies, even though he did have some roles in big budget movies. But I mean, some of his great dramatic work was in smaller movies, and there's a lot of those out there that you can check out. So yeah, that's why I would really want to see Tony Soprano, and they could style him however, as long as it's obviously Tony Soprano. Next up here, probably my favorite couple in Marvel. I would say kind of a close run between this couple and, well, actually, I think they kind of edge out Storm and Black Panther. I think they kind of edge them out just a little bit. And Cyclops and Jean Grey, I'm so sick of them. Sorry, I'm just so sick of them. Peter Parker, Mary Jane, so sick of them. So sick of them. But yeah, Gambit and Rogue, love these characters. I think most people love these characters. And it's a little disconcerting to see that we're finally getting all these images of these X-Men pops that are coming out, and yet haven't seen Gambit, haven't seen Rogue. Yeah, we really need these characters as pops. I know it's going to happen sooner or later, but I would prefer it sooner. And I think it'd be cool as well if they acknowledge them, that they have had a relationship before. I don't really know where they stand in the comics right now. Somebody can inform me on that. But I think it'd be cool to actually see them offered as a 2-pack as well. That I'd be really down for that. And I'd like to see more 2-packs representing actual couples. I think that would be very cool as well. So yeah, Gambit and Rogue, I don't even have to break it down any more than that. You know why we need them as pops. Everybody knows, I think everybody can agree, there are not nearly enough horror pops. Even the recent Hot Topic exclusive mystery boxes, they gave us some more horror pops, but they were all repeats though. They gave us characters that already existed in other pops form, and Alex DeLarge, who really, I mean, Clockwork Orange to me is not really a horror movie, so still kind of an odd choice there for a Chase figure. So we need more original Pop figures, characters that haven't been represented yet. Now, I really do like Jeepers Creepers. I think that's a great movie. I like the sequel as well, so I definitely would like to see the Creeper. Candyman, the movie's not the greatest, entertaining enough though, and I mean the character has some great elements to him. I just don't feel like they surrounded him with a great story arc, but still, I would definitely like to see him as a Pop figure, and Tony Todd is just a man, you know, killer voice. Really love that voice of his. And then the Leprechaun, also not great movies, and they really went overboard with those movies with Leprechaun in the Hood and Leprechaun in Space, all that nonsense. But still, it's just the character design. I really like the character design, and you can just tell that Warwick Davis has a lot of fun playing that character. So I think he'd make a great Pop as well, and especially if they scale him down a little bit to, you know, to be true to his size in the movie. I think that'd be awesome. As a matter of fact, I was about to move on, but I just thought about it. You know, at least give us Leprechaun Dorbs. That'd be cool. Now, I don't know if they will ever re-release Beavis and Butthead. I would hope so. I know some people wouldn't be happy about that because, of course, it would bring down the value some of the originals. But I would really like to see at least Cornholio. I mean, they could at least give us that. That'd be very cool. And can't we all just identify with Cornholio? I mean, don't we all need TP at times? You know, I think we do. So, yeah, again, something that, you know, especially if you came up in the 90s, I really don't have to break this down for you. I think you understand why Cornholio would be a very fun Pop to have. So I want to hear from you all what you think of my choices, and then of course I want to hear your own opinions. What characters do you think deserve Pops? Okay, and of course focusing on characters that don't have Pops at all already. You know, I did kind of cheat there at the end, of course, because Beavis and Butthead had been produced before. But like I said, I think Cornholio, that would be a very nice variation there. So yeah, just to be fair, if you have a variation of a character in mind as well, you know, let me know. I'll be really glad to hear your feedback, and we all can get a discussion going about this down in the comments. I have an envelope here from two of my loyal subscribers, Cheryl and Michael. And Michael Crowthers has been mentioned on my channel quite a few times now. And as a matter of fact, he won my most recent giveaway. I'm not counting Pops for Pets. That wasn't really a giveaway. But my actual Walking Dead / Halloween giveaway, he was the winner. And he did do an unboxing video for it. It wasn't actually required for that particular giveaway, but it's very cool that he did that. And I will link that down below in the description. Please make sure that you do check out his unboxing. Like I said, it was very cool of him to do that, and it was great to get a look at his collection as well, because I hadn't really seen his collection. So, you know, check out the video for that purpose too. He has a pretty cool collection going on. But anyway, yeah, they've been great friends of the channel, and recently married as well, which, you know, I actually wrote them a poem, not necessarily for the wedding, just for, you know, general, like whatever they want to do with it. I wrote a poem for them, just a beautiful thing as well. And Michael, very talented artist. He did a drawing of Mysterio for me that was featured on my channel when he first sent it my way. That is absolutely amazing. Very talented artist. And I will say he's done some other artwork for me as well. I feel kind of bad I haven't had the chance to pay for that yet, but Michael, I'm definitely going to take care of that, because it's for a project that I'm pretty excited about. So yeah, I need to go ahead and take care of that. But I'm just doing a lot of juggling financially right now. I mean, even running a channel, because I keep giveaways going on my channel. It is something I want to be somewhat consistent with, but I mean, it's definitely something to consider within the finances. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this envelope, see exactly what's going on here, because I really wasn't expecting anything from him. Like I said, he won my latest giveaway, so I'm really not sure what this is. Okay. Make sure I have everything out of here. Okay, so there's a card in here. And it looks like he actually has, well, he's got the FM on there, of course. Looks like he actually has one of those like old school stampers that he must have used here. It's very cool. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I'm not sure what this picture is. It reminds me of something. I can't think of what it is though, but let's go and take a look inside. Okay, I see right here, he has sent me some Garbage Pail Kids cards before, and he sent a couple more here, which is very cool, because I remember I loved Garbage Pail Kids as a kid. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to some co-workers the other day, and I don't know how it came up, but somebody mentioned the Cabbage Patch Kids. And I said, for me personally, the best thing about the Cabbage Patch Kids was that it led to the creation of the Garbage Pail Kids. So let's take a look at these cards here real quick. Let's see if I get the focus. Got Evil Elvira. Got, oh, Clark Kent. I actually have, thanks to Michael, I actually have that figure, the Clark Kent figure. There's the figure, Clark Kent. This is done by, I believe it is Funko, and it's from Mystery Boxes. So, Clark Kent, yeah, pretty grody looking. It's got the crazy hair all over the place. Glasses that are crooked. I think that's pretty much on purpose. They don't really, I mean, you can kind of force them to sit right, but I don't even know if they're really meant to do that. He's got really bad acne. Bandage on the face, the drool, of course, and you look close there. Let's see if it'll focus. He actually has pea-stained underwear on the outside of his outfit. Yeah, so pretty grody looking character. So that was actually sent to me by Michael, and then he sent me this other one as well. I actually can't remember what her name is, but they actually go along together pretty well. They both have the glasses and the really bad acne, and she has these huge braces as well. They also had that similar hairstyle going on. Yeah, so those actually came from Michael. So the other cards here, let me see. Heaving Harry. And he's actually throwing up on these figures down there. Oh, so this matches with, let me see here real quick. Yeah, Michael must have drawn these these characters like inside of there. Because they kind of match up with the card. And then the last one here. Oh, I see what he did here. I think I glanced this mentioned in the letter as well. Put Fast Draw Franklyn on there. I'm gonna have to make sure I display this one. That's pretty cool. So let me take a look at what's actually written inside of the card here. It says, "Hi Franklyn, hope all is well and that this letter finds you well. I came across these blind bags," and there were 2 of these little blind bags in the envelope. Okay, it says, "I came across these blind bags and remembered that you had picked up some of the Little Gotham action figures." Yeah, I actually do have 3 of them. I have Batman, Robin, and Joker. The Harley Quinn one is way overpriced, and on top of that, I don't think it's the greatest representation of Harley Quinn. So that's something you can look up if you're interested in the Little Gotham figures online. Let me get back to the note here. It says they look pretty interesting, so I thought you might get a kick out of them. Kota Bakuya, I don't know how to say this name. How to say that word? I've seen it before, but I just don't know how to pronounce that. Kota Bukayu, I don't know. Make some funny products. It says also included are some Garbage Pail Kids cards from my collection. I picked these out for you. Oh, that's cool that he picked out specific ones. It says Elvira for your horror collection and Halloween. Clark Kent to go with the vinyl figure I sent earlier. Heaving Harry is about the artist Keith Haring. Okay, so it is a particular art style. Okay, I was wondering about that. It says very cool art and the featured work on this card. Okay, so, so this is, but this still looks like it may have been drawn by Michael. I may have to get some clarification on that. But yeah, it's Keith Haring's art style. Okay, and it says Fast Draw Franklyn custom for you. Enjoy and take care, Michael. So very cool, nice surprise here. And yeah, let's go and take a look at these Batman Little Gotham minifigures. I've never seen these before, but like I said, I've seen I know I've seen that name before of that company, and I think they do make some really cool figures and some offbeat products, like he said. It says includes 2 figures in random styles, so these must be really small, because this is, I mean, you see this is not like a huge bag, so the figures must be really small in here. It actually has some Japanese writing on here as well. So taking a look at the back, the figures that we can get, I'm sorry about my focus, it's been a problem lately with my camera, but okay, taking a look at it here, we have Batman, Robin, Nightwing, the Joker, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. Now you all take a wild guess about who I'm hoping to get. You know me, easy answer there. I'm gonna actually cut this open. I actually do want to try to preserve the bag a little bit, since I've never seen these before. Okay, comes with a little slip here, and wow, that's like all Japanese writing, so I don't know what's going on there. But they actually have one of the comic covers for Batman Little Gotham, because it actually is a comic as well. And I do plan to check that out eventually. So, figures we have here. Oh, one doesn't want to come out. Okay, there we go. So the figures we have here, we have Batman. Little green Batman figure. And I know it doesn't show up well on camera, but it's actually pretty decent detail for how small this is. So little Batman figure there, you get an idea of the size, how small it is. And then we also have Catwoman, and again, very small figure, but good detail for it being this size and just one solid color. Pretty decent detail. I know it's hard to see, but she's actually stroking a cat. She has a cat there sitting in her lap, and she's got her outfit on, of course, her ears up there. So very cool. No Harley Quinn, but I definitely like those two. And the colors really do stand out. So, remember, he sent me 2 of these, so we got another bag here to take a look at. And again, I'm going to try to actually preserve it, even though I already have one. I'm still going to be careful with it. I really do like getting things that are just different, things I haven't seen before. Like when I got a blind bag Domo figure, I got the Domo Robin. And I still have not seen those in the store. I'm going to hunt some of those down, some more of those. And I may have to hunt down some more of these as well. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to have to hunt down some more of these, because no Harley Quinn, people. But it's all good, because we got Mr. J. I got the Joker there. And really not sure what he's holding. He's holding an envelope. I think it's an envelope. So I'm not sure what that's meant to be. But again, like I said, I know it doesn't show up super great on camera, but it's a good likeness of the Joker. And then we got Robin as well. I really like the little Gotham design of Robin. I think it's very cool. And part of the reason why is probably because it actually reminds me of the and I'm surprised that stands so well. Wow, like the feet are really small, yet it stands really well. Very cool. But yeah, I guess it's because it reminds me of the Damian Wayne version of Robin, who actually is my favorite Robin. So yeah, I got 4 out of the series. So I don't have Nightwing, don't have Poison Ivy, don't have Harley Quinn. So yeah, I'm gonna have to hunt these down. And Michael, yeah, let me know where you got these from, because I would definitely try to complete the series. This is pretty cool. And even if I get doubles, which I'm bound to end up with, you know, these are great add-ins for like a trade box or something, you know. So very cool. And thank you, Michael. You definitely didn't have to do this. And as I said earlier, you know, I have not forgotten about the artwork you were nice enough to do for me. I'm definitely gonna pay you for that, so I can complete that project, because that's something I really hope turns out well. I hope it's something that people will share and everything. And I can't really give too many details about it till I have it all together. I'll definitely share it here on my channel. Maybe it's something I could hopefully do like around the end of the year, like holiday time, when I get a little breather around the holidays. That'd be very nice. But Yeah, big shout out to Michael and Cheryl, two very nice people. Michael has sent things my way, just out of kindness. Cheryl as well has been very kind. She actually sent some things my way as well. Just very nice people, very genuine people, and big supporters of the channel. And like I said, please make sure that you all check out the unboxing that he did for my last giveaway. And even if you remember what the prizes are, still, it's not just about that. It's also just to check out, the figures that he has. I think he has a really cool collection. And one figure I'll point out, because I'm sure some people may have noticed this, one figure that he won was the Well Walker from Walking Dead. And you might notice that I actually have a Well Walker up there. That's because, I won't lie, I got a little jealous, because I had that Well Walker sitting up in here for a while, and it's just a really cool figure. So I was lucky enough to find one that somebody was selling, even though the box, I'll show you real quick, I got it at a reduced price because the box is not in the greatest condition. I don't know if that's picking up well, but there's actually like a crease running down, at least like halfway down the back of the box. And then I think also there was some tearing on one of the corners. Trying to see where it was. Well, yeah, over here. You see over here, that's torn on the corner. So yeah, so a damaged box, but still a great looking pop figure. And like I said, I got a little bit jealous, so yeah, I wanted this to be permanent in my collection. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Michael. And Michael and Cheryl, like I said, very genuine, kind people, and I really do appreciate them. And I appreciate everybody that's been loyal to the channel. It really does mean a lot, especially when people win giveaways and then they still continue to stick around. That does mean a lot to me, because I actually have had some people kind of come and go. They win a giveaway and then they're never heard from again. I've even had people that commented a lot and act like they were going to be very supportive, but as soon as they win, they disappear. And that's, in a way, it's disheartening, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, go ahead then. If you're not going to be about really supporting my channel and being a part of the community, then it's probably better that you go ahead and leave, because I'm very much about community. People that know me know that by now. That's what my channel is always going to be about, is about community. And I've said this before as well, I really prefer to keep my number small, my subscriber number, and just focus on making friends, basically. I mean, there's some really cool people that I've gotten to know this way, and that does mean a lot to me. So yeah, I can't say enough about how great this community is, how much people support each other. There are a lot of times when I wish I could do more, and financially I just can't always do more. But I really have a lot of love for this community. It's been a great experience thus far here on YouTube and beyond, of course, because there are a lot of people I communicate with, beyond YouTube. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this Saturday night vlog. I really do appreciate you all for tuning in. Don't forget to check out, some of the things that I was talking about, like the metals die-cast figures. Don't forget to check out the Facebook group that I mentioned earlier. Remember, there will be a link down below. And yeah, just continue to support the community. Remember, that's more important than anything, because if you're not really about the community, then in the long run, you're going to be kind of out in the cold anyway. And it's much better to be inside of the community, because then you do have that friendship. You do have people looking out for you, and it'll help your collection and really just help you in general. You just make those connections, because there are some really great people in this community. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in, and give it about 2 or 3 weeks or so. I'll have another Saturday night vlog for you all, but you all take care. Until then, again, really appreciate you all.